The world is anything but ordinary right now. I could go on and talk about how disappointing it is to be without a prom, a real graduation, and an overall full senior experience. I concur that the class of 2020 has every right to be saddened by this unsatisfying end to our 4 years of hard work and sleepless nights. We will never know the scent of nostalgia in the way that every other graduating class does. Everyone is losing something because of this pandemic. But I cannot sit here and act like it's truly impacted the well-being of me and my family. Both of my parents are still working, my family is healthy, and when it comes to the important things like always having a meal on the table, my father continues to make New York Times recipes every single day. Certainly there are people within our community that are suffering, but thankfully the majority of us are all right. This isn't me trying to be positive. In fact, I consider myself to be a realist, and the truth is, we are lucky enough. A few weeks ago, my family and I walked down the street to witness the food distribution for families who have always been suffering and for families who are now suffering in light of the outbreak of COVID-19. I had just had Shabbat lunch, my belly was full, my face hurt from laughing so much with my family, and here I was watching people a minute away from me completely and utterly suffering. Who was I to stand here and watch? Who was I to be upset about anything ever when truly, at the end of the day, things are more than okay? My years at LaFell have taught me an abundance of lessons. Literary techniques with Mr. Mond, the evolution of gender in Judaism with Miss Garden-Swartz, the amazing physical abilities of the human body with Dr. G, the spiritual abilities of the human mind with Rabbi Sosland. But it was the lessons we learned outside the classroom that truly allowed me to go to bed grateful every single night. Freshman year, Dr. Blank held a grade-wide program in which we all wrote a letter to someone we are thankful for. I remember calling my grandma, reading the letter to her on speakerphone in front of the entire grade, feeling so overwhelmed with love that I began to cry in front of everyone. Doesn't that sound like a bad dream, crying in front of your whole grade? But I loved it. I loved hearing my classmates express words and thanks to various family members, friends, etc. And despite the changes we are going through right now in terms of the pandemic, our grades still got to do this activity again on a Zoom call during a Friday program. It was just as meaningful, if not more. Another way LaFell has instilled this sense of gratitude within us is the care and thought that is put into Yom Iyun. Yom Iyun is one day in the school year in which students and teachers plan a day dedicated to learning. There are breakout rooms, panels, and amazing conversations. No tests, no competitions, no stress, just people learning and conversing. From learning about the idea of made in the image of God, to exploring Jewish people in the media, to studying mental health and outreach facilities, the one lesson I took from all of them is gratitude. Gratitude for the world and people to share it with. Gratitude for conversations and opinions and the ability to disagree. Gratitude for our school's love of learning and understanding that there is more to be taught than what's on the syllabus. I have had summer email exchanges with teachers thanking them for teaching me a specific lesson that was useful to me in a certain moment. I have become able to look at this horrific time and still feel immense gratitude. Gratitude for my teachers, for my family, for my friends, for the amazing opportunities LaFell has given me. My fellow classmates, we were given the opportunity to finish our schoolwork in February and continue our learning in Poland and Israel. Though our time was cut short, the fact that we even got to go is incredible and something we should cherish. We go to a school in which our college counselors know each and every one of us so personally. That is a luxury. Senior year was amazing for what it was. We had the opportunity to build relationships with our teachers, choose senior electives, write drashot expressing our beliefs, spend weeks working on individual projects or internships. We have been given so incredibly much. How many people get to say that they had the chance to do any of that their senior year? So, at the end of the day, I don't feel like I've been robbed of my senior year. I feel so grateful that despite not having our prom and graduation, I am still able to be delighted with my high school experience because each and every one of you listening to this speech exists, and I loved getting to know you all. I feel so grateful for my teachers that laid the foundation upon which I grew intellectually, for my parents for giving me life and teaching me how to live it, and for the school in general for teaching us gratitude and making these hard times much less difficult. Those food drives you witness, Feeling grateful is more than just standing there watching and thanking God for being born into a family that doesn't immensely suffer. Feeling grateful means recognizing how much you have and subsequently how much you owe. I have no doubt in my mind that Generation Z already knows this, but alas, I will say it. Go out into the world and help. Advocate for those who are not yet able to find the words. Express gratitude with action. William Arthur Ward, a 20th century writer, says it best. Feeling gratitude and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it. So although the situation of scarcity is not ideal, it has made clear the abundance that we still have that in the past we have often overlooked. We are lucky to have met each other, to have watched each other grow, to have gone to a school that values questions and praises conversation. We are lucky to have so much to be grateful for. Thank you, LaFell.